What's up, YouTube? This is Jay from Life Hacks from a Vet, and welcome back to my channel. I want to let y'all know to please like, share, and subscribe to make sure y'all are catching all the content that's coming. So today's video is going to be on you can learn something from anyone, and I want to make sure I drive that home because it may not look like it, but I was extremely arrogant, and I did not like listening or learning from anyone early on. So, if y'all watch my previous videos, I'm 26 years old, still fairly young. Even though I'm super bald, you see that shine? Shine is crazy. Shine is crazy, yo. Shine is crazy. Let's get back on topic. But early on in my career, a young 18-year-old dude, I thought I knew everything. Who's gonna tell me? Who's gonna tell me I'm wrong? Nobody. So I went through a lot of years of frustration and feeling like I'm right. Why these people don't like me? And it took me a while to realize I'm young. These people have experience. These people know what they're talking about. They have that experience. They've already gone through what I'm going through. So who am I to say that they don't know what they're talking about? I need to listen, at least be open to their feedback and hearing them out, because maybe they have a clear cut way to get this done, or a clear cut path for me to follow. Or if they don't, it's still good that I listen. It's good information. If it doesn't apply to me, it can apply to somebody else, one of my friends. But the first point that I really want to hit on is you got to remove the ego. Like I was saying before, I'm a young kid, just joined the military. Ego was sky high, and it took a supervisor who really didn't care about my ego to really knock that down. And even though I hated him at that time, I hated him for years. I finally became accountable and looked in the mirror. When I was doing some soul searching, when I was at a really low point, a depression hit, that I realized he was right. I needed to listen. There are things that I just didn't understand, and things that I didn't know. And there were so many blind spots in my abilities and things that I could have worked on. I was like, I'm good. I'm the best. So and so. At this location. What do I need to work on? And that set me up for failure. And that kind of had made me put the blinders on, or put the earmuffs on to not hear somebody when they were trying to just help me out, give me constructive criticism to help me become better. So again, please remove that ego. You can learn something from that person. You can learn something from the person who is the office screw up, or that in your group of friends you had that one person who's just the friend idiot, the person that they just say the wildest, the most outlandish things, or they all left field when y'all having a conversation. That person has some value. That person, they're probably secretly pretty intelligent. They probably secretly have all the sense in the world, but your friends just roasting each other, and you don't hear what that person got to say. But then as you become adults and you grow older, you start to realize, hey, that dumb friend we had, he's a millionaire, or he or she is a millionaire. She owns 5 or 6 companies. She's a CEO. We thought she was an idiot. Or we thought he was an idiot. He owns 6 companies. He's rolling in money. He has a happy life. He travels. You can have all the sense in the world. Maybe they're just a goofball, but they know how to flip the switch. And you could have learned all those tools from them, but instead you wanted to roast them. Or when they try to give you advice, you just shut them off oh, you an idiot. What you gonna tell me? Can't even tie your shoes right. But next, we're gonna get on the I'm trying to find the right way to say this without coming off wrong. Second thing you gotta do is you gotta realize you're not always right. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta realize you're gonna be wrong in a lot of things, and that's part of I don't want to say that's part of realizing your intelligence, but any intelligent person will tell you, they're not afraid to say I don't know this. It's most successful CEOs, they're gonna say, yeah, I don't know this, so educate me, or tell me this in simplest terms, speak English to me. When they don't know something, they're not gonna act like they don't know. Or if me and you are having a discussion and I feel like my position is right, but then you're providing concrete data to back up your points, or you're showing me a different perspective, who am I to stand firm and be stubborn in my position when you have data, you have concrete scientific evidence to back up your point, whatever it is? I'll be a fool to ignore that. Like I'm preventing myself from becoming more intelligent and collaborating with you and understanding your perspective and allowing me to see the world through a different lens. Like, who am I to do that? Like, I'm robbing myself of knowledge and I'm robbing you of that opportunity to enlighten me or to educate me. So be coachable. Like, you're not always right. Like, you have to be open to that type of feedback. Like that type of stuff builds friendships. Like that builds connections. Like that opens so many doors for you that otherwise would be closed. And when you have those type of situations and people like will try to enlighten you on something, or they'll try to educate you on something, and then you just close the door like, no, I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. That person in their head is like, it's probably the last time I'm talking to them. I'm not even gonna like, engage in that type of energy because I don't need that in my life. Or you got people who just sit there and argue with you. But both are lose-lose, and they're both ultimately your fault. So, realize you're not always right. It's okay to be wrong. I'm wrong 20 times a day. You know what? I don't care about it. Because it gives that person I'm talking to a chance to educate me. And at the end of the day, I learn something new. And that's all it is too. You got to learn something new every day. That's the only way you become better. You become more intelligent. You become more confident in yourself. Like, that's the purpose of life. Like, learning. There's so much information out here. It's impossible for one person to know everything. So it's a group effort. And every person you meet, they got some crazy story to tell you, or like they tell you about their experiences. And it's your job to listen. It's your job to like take heed. And so like one of the like my favorite phrases is that um, an intelligent man, learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So if you can't, listen to that other person's advice on a situation they've been through that kind of mirrors yours, it may not be like verbatim, or not verbatim, but like exactly the same, but it's close enough to where they see, all right, I can help this person, and you just shut them off because you feel like you're right, you feel like they can't tell you anything, you're robbing yourself. So, like, I mean, that's all I have for you guys and gals. I do appreciate you stopping by my channel. Again, I'm gonna be dropping content, fairly often, at least once a week, sometimes more than once a week, 2 or 3 times a week. So remember, like, share, and subscribe. Godspeed.